Hey, this is Carl Emilius, and today I'm going to show you some of the software that comes with the Logitech BRIO webcam. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Okay, so this is what we want to do. We got the Brio out of the box. I showed you some of the features of it, and now it says to download camera settings for this product, please visit www.logitech.com/support/Brio. So what we have to do is I'm going to type that. I'm going to clear this all out. Type www. Let's see, logitech.com/support/Brio. So I enter that, and this screen comes down, getting started. If you still have questions, the setup guide. Okay, we're going to download that. Let's go to downloads. And we have a download at 7/29/2019 for Windows 8 and Windows 7 and Windows 10. Let's download that right now. We're capturing that. We're going to run this. Say yes. You should always update, by the way. You should always update whatever product you get, probably immediately. So install Logitech Capture. Oh, it's got a capture program too. No, thanks. Let's see here. It's installing, it's installing, it's installing. It says Logitech Capture is installed. Outstanding.
So now I want to go into the software that comes with the Logitech BRIO webcam. It's called Logitech Capture, and it's pretty good. So one way to get to it is if you right click and you go search, you click on search and you type in Logitech Capture, you'll find it. We've already installed it right here. I got it right here on this icon, this purple icon down here. So I double click on it. Logi, it's loading up. I guess that's Logitech's new branding they're doing. So here I am. Voila. And let's go through this. Now, up on the top here, if I click on that, everything disappears. So up on the upper left, there's a button here. You click on it, everything disappears. If I click on it, left click, I'm saying left click, everything appears. Now, source number one. I go down to the left here. If I press 1, it's already on 1. The source is a Logitech BRIO. Now, if I click this arrow going down, I can switch the source, but why would I? You know, it's a Logitech BRIO. Okay, border. This is kind of cool. Now, if you want a border around this screen right here, you can get a border. So if I click pink, you get a pink border. If I click robin blue, you get a robin blue border or something like that. So that's kind of cool. Filter. So let me change that back to white. Filter. Now, this is with your normal, these are the normal colors right now. So, but if I want to change it up, so let's suppose I want to go old school. I click this and it has that graphic. And if I want to do this one right here, I'm looking on the left now in the middle of the screen. I could do that. Whoa. Or if I want to do black and white, I can click that and it's black and white. Pretty cool function. So let's go back to the normal one. So now I'm back. Presets. You could do some custom presets here if you want. It's kind of cool. So let's frame rate or exposure. Field of view, check this out. Field of view. I'm at 65%. So it's a smaller field of view. So let's go to 78%. It's smaller, it's more condensed, but you can see more. Now let's go to 90%. You could see even more. You see my camera, and you see my blue screen right there. So let's go back to 65%. Pretty good, huh? HDR, if I click that, HDR is it gets more natural colors. It's primarily the color scheme, but we're going to unclick that. If I want the BRIO to autofocus, I leave it on. I do want it to autofocus. Auto white balance is key too. It's basically how your whites are on the picture. You don't want them too high or too low, so I keep that at auto. Anti-flicker, I want that on because I don't want flickering lines, etc., etc., etc. And here's the megahertz. It's 50, and this is 60. You don't really see a difference now, but you can see it with when you're filming and stuff like that. Let's go to advanced settings. You can horizontally flip source. See? It's flipped. Now notice this. Now watch my blue screen. See? It's over on the left. Now it goes back to the right. You can vertically flip source. I'm upside down now. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's endless stuff. So let's click these buttons right here. See, you can do audio, auto update. You can check now, diagnostics, all this other stuff too. End user license agreement. So I'm going to click back on that again. Now this is 1, which I just showed you all those features. Let's go to 2. We're looking at the far left hand corner primarily. Let's go to 2. Now 2 is no source selected. Let's see here. These are sources. I could check Logitech BRIO. And I'm back. See, you have a couple of inputs which are pretty cool. So these are your sources. You have source 1, source 2, which is kind of cool. So you can put something, I'll explain it to you in a second. So I'm going to go back to none. I'm going to go back to 1 has the Logitech BRIO. Now let's scroll down, forget that. That's source 1, which is the Logitech BRIO webcam we have. Source 2, we really don't have anything, but I switched it to Logitech BRIO just to show you. But here's something here. Here's camera functions. Let's click on this. Now, resolution right now is 4K. It's not actual 4K, but it's near 4K, 3840 by 2160. If I click on this, let's see if I bring it down to 1080p. That's regular HD. I freeze. I don't see a ton, but it is sharp. It's less sharper. It's a little bit more grainy. So let's bring it down. I'm going to click on this arrow. Let's go down to 720p. Now on a screen like this, you're not going to see total difference. So I'm going to bring it back up to 4K. Okay, so with the 4K, you can see it right here in my face and everything. You can see the really finite details. So we'll bring it down to 720p again. So that's how you do that. I want to give you a better way to do this, but I don't have my 4K monitor right now. This is a near 4K monitor. So that's how you do that. So let's click that back. Your frames per second, I keep it on 30. That's just standard. Your video encoder, you can tell you, hey, do I want to use my in-video? I connected this to my laptop, so I can connect it to the NVIDIA video card that's built in, or I can do the Intel. I much rather have the NVIDIA because it's a more powerful card. Let's go down to, now let's go to the far left again. Let's go to sound. So this audio, you can see all your choices. You can have the blue microphone, which I have the blue microphone Spark Digital, which is excellent, by the way. You should get it. I like it slightly better than the Yeti Pro, or the Yeti Pro. The microphone, actually, the Logitech BRIO, the built-in mics for the Logitech BRIO are actually pretty decent for Logitech BRIOs. Now, my blue is obviously better, I think. It's because it's specially designed for audio, but you can use that. So basically, you have your choices. You know, you can use the blue microphone, you can use the Logitech BRIO, you can use the Realtek, which is in my laptop, which is pretty cool. Let's go to Alt. See, here's some shortcuts. So if you go down here, this will tell you what everything does, which is cool. It's Alt 4, for example, take a screenshot. Alt S, switch to scene. Alt 1, Alt 2, etc., etc., etc. Pretty cool. And let's click the last one here. Settings, profile. I can create a whole new profile. So I can create a new, suppose I have a new person logging into this account and I want to have whole new settings. I just say create new profile and I set up my settings. I go down the list from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my batteries must be dying. So that's what that is. So one last thing, let's go back to the inputs. So you know how I'm on input 1, which is the Logitech BRIO. So let's go scroll all the way down, follow my mouse, and look at this. Is the first, I would say, profile of the screen that you can see. It's just me. It's one picture, and you can just see me in the background. Now, I switched to 2, no source selected, because I don't have any input right here at 2 in the upper left. If I did, I would just see source 2, which is awesome. You can use 2 cameras on this. It's amazing. It's very good. So the reason why they have this is because suppose you were filming a band or something like that, and you're using Logitech BRIO. They're good enough to do that now. And you had like one on the stage, and then you had a BRIO like overlooking the audience, so you could switch back and forth to them. Okay, so there's none selected here, so you're going to have no source selected. So now if I click the third one on the bottom, you see this little one, which is connected to my Logitech BRIO. Look how sharp that is, by the way. Okay, but 2, there's nothing. So you look at it. 1, the little 1 is me, and the 2 is this big area here. You see nothing because there's no source. Now, if I click on this, what is it going to do? Well, it's going to show the number 2 source, which is nothing, but then I'll show the number 1, which is me. So I'll be big over here, and there will be no source like in this box. It's going to be reverse. So I click it, see? And you can do something else. Let's click this one. Side by side. This is source 1, obviously it's me, and source 2 is not. It's like, suppose we had a debate or something like that, and 2 people were in the room. Well, I could have 2 cameras focusing on 2 people, but at the same time, this is power. The sky's the limit with the software. It's very simple, very basic, but yet very powerful. Like, and Logitech gives it to you free, which is, I think it's fantastic. Or I can switch it up. I can be the bigger side, now I can be on the right side. And then the number 2 source, which we don't have, will be on the left. Let's switch it. See? It's unbelievable. So we go over here, and I want to click it. So let's go back to the main. So I'm here, and then we'll go here. What's this do? Let's click it. So this thing basically brings up files. So I just clicked it, and a window popped up on my other screen. So this is what this is. So if I have files I need to show you or bring you up, or if I'm doing a webinar, it'll come up and I can do it. And this software is pretty good. And right here, I just pressed the camera right now and it took a screenshot, which is pretty good. So let's go over here. Mic's off. I turn the mic on, and that's pretty cool. This is the sound. Sound's off. I turn it back on, and it's pretty cool. So this is what I'm talking about. Everything is pretty cool right now. Now if I press this one, this is record. 3, 2, 1. Now the screen is recording actually. I can stop it. And I can go to my Logitech folder and I can get the work, but I just wanted to show you all the options you have of this. It's pretty amazing actually for the basic functions what you get. And this is it, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I am out. Thank you.